Currently, there are 962 especially valuable cultural and historical destinations, which the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, has chosen as World Heritage Sites. Old Rauma, situated on the west coast of Finland, is included in this set. It was chosen for the prestigious World Heritage List in 1991. Being accepted for the World Heritage List is not a straightforward matter. The favourable decision was supported by the fact that Old Rauma was, and still is, a diverse residential and commercial area. It is just like old towns have always been. Old Rauma has also retained its external borders and land subdivision. So, when you walk these narrow cobblestone streets and alleyways descending from the Middle Ages and are surrounded by the strikingly beautiful building culture, it is like being on a time travel. The selection criteria also say that the historically valuable site must be an example of human history and traditional housing. And this is a remarkable example of that. The selection as World Heritage Site was also supported by the fact that the town had already for a long time taken care of the protection of the old town.
Silloin kun Vanha Rauma lähti suojelemaan 70-luvulla, niin perustettiin Vanha Rauma-yhdistys. Yhdistyksen tarkoituksena on ollut todellakin säilyttää tämä Vanha Rauma elävän, toimivan kaupunkiosan.
Today, there are 600 houses and 800 inhabitants in Old Rauma. Most of these old wooden buildings have been renovated over the years to meet the living standards of modern people. Renovation and building work in such a historic environment is a challenging task. There is, however, help and guidance available for this.
Tervetuloa Vanha Rauman korjausrakentamiskeskus Tammelaan. Tämä on esimerkkikohde siitä, että millain Vanha Rauman rakennuksia, yleensäkin millain Hirsin rakennuksia tulisi korjata. Meillä on täällä Tammelan rakennukseen tehty tirkistelyaukkoja, mistä näkee sitten, että miten talo on elänyt. Tässäkin on 16 kerrosta tapettu.
All the renovators of Old Rauma, as well as other log builders in Rauma, can get help from Tammila. No one will be driven away.
Minä yöllä keksin, että minähän teiltä tulen pyytämään neuvoa, kun minulla on vakava pulma talossa. No. Mutta kun minä rakastan villiviiniä, ja mä pidin sitä aika kauan.
No niin, voi hyvä rouva, kyllä se sitten on rappaukset tuhoaa.
Niin, viime.
Vuonna 1974 perustettu Vanha Rauma-yhdistyksen yksi perustamissyy on se, että haluttiin tehdä tämmöinen varaosapankki. Ja varaosapankkiin puretusta rakennukset otetaan kaikki semmoinen materiaali käyttöön, millä on niinku, säästämisen ja kierrätyksen merkitystä. Tammela Verstal voiva Vanha Rauma asukkaat tehdä erinäköisesti puutöitä. Täällä on yksi kiinteistöomistaja just saanut oves valmiiksi ja sen mennään pistämään tuohon Laslan taloon.
Old Rauma has a very special, awe-inspiring atmosphere, which takes one far away centuries back, and yet modern life carries on parallel with this. The buildings are dominated by log houses, some of which show the typical way of building in the 18th century. There are also two stone houses from the 18th century in Old Rauma. The beautiful stone building in the market square was the town hall building. Today it is a museum. This building was once the oldest private stone house in Rauma. The year of construction and the builder's initials decorate the facade of the building. Today, the building is an art museum. In addition to the art exhibitions, it is worth studying this amazing structure. It is a chimney, combining several fireplaces, the solution to the chimney tax of its time. The third stone building is the Church of the Holy Cross, which has been calculated to have been completed in the early 15th century, around the time when the Franciscan monks came to the city and founded the monastery of the Grey Brothers. Old Rauma is considered one of the most beautiful destinations of Northern Europe's city culture and architecture. And it is the most charming wooden town, where stopping is worthwhile and rewarding. One noticeable and fun feature for visitors are the signs on the walls of houses in a strange language.
Vanha Raumalla on monenlaisia erikoisuuksia, historiallisia erikoisuuksia. Yksi esimerkiksi niistä on tämä, että meillä on jokaisella talolla on tämmöinen ovaalimallinen talonimikyltti, eikä se nyt vielä mitään, että on talonimikyltti, mutta se, että 1600-luvulta lähtien voidaan katsoa, että mikä on minkin kiinteistön nimi ollut.
Here, visitors are surrounded by the skillful handprint of past carpenters and craftsmen, now being protected with great care by the current residents, one might even say with love. In addition to the residential buildings, the sites have also outbuildings, which are located in the ends of the closed yards in accordance with the tradition of the time and telling about the past ways of city life. The houses were entered through gates. Even today, these gates, one more beautiful than another, stand welcoming the family members and visitors. This kind of gate, built on timber poles in the 17th to 18th century, is the only known gate of its kind still in existence in Finland. Rauma is located on the coast of the Sea of Bothnia, so it is only natural that the city started to grow in its current location as a result of developments before receiving the actual town rights in 1442. I, Karl Knutsson, a knight, hereby confess and declare by this open letter that I have, in the name of my merciful Lord, King Christopher, bestowed upon the burghers of Rauma the same rights to practice their trade in all respects as have the burghers of Turku. The people of Rauma now have the right to export and import goods on their ships all over the Baltic Sea. In addition to material well-being, it is usually important to humans also to enjoy spiritual well-being and have their own sanctuary. These ruins belong to the Church of the Holy Trinity, the construction of which began already in the early 14th century. It served the city residents right up until the fire in the year 1640. After this, the Church of the Holy Cross, which originally belonged to the Franciscan monastery, has acted as the church for the people of Rauma. In the 16th and 17th centuries, our country was tormented by plague and famine. Among others, the mayor of Rauma's small daughter died of the plague in 1572. We are reminded about this tragic event by the oldest memorial plaque in Finland. Also, a number of city fires threaten the wooden towns. The most destructive fire started from the Pungela house in the year 1682, when the kitchen maid was doing her everyday chores.
Olin keittämässä katajavetkaljatekkoa varten ja sitten menin välillä tuvan puolella alustavaan leittäänkin. Sillä aikaa kipin on lentänyt lattialle ja se sit levisi.
After the fire in the old town of Rauma, new town planning started to be implemented. The borders of a few plots of land were straightened and the streets were widened. For the most part, the current plots are in the old places. The sea and shipping have always been very important, even vital to the city of Rauma and its inhabitants. In the late 19th century, Rauma was a major shipping town. This brought with it wealth, which the residents invested in the improvement of their houses. Marela is a great example of a wealthy ship owner's home. This house, named Kirsti, is from the first half of the 18th century. Today it is a museum that displays the life of a sailor family from Rauma. The lively shipping industry brought with it not only economic prosperity, but also other capital. One form of capital that has survived until today is the art of lace making. It is believed that the skill has originally come to the town of Rauma through court crowds, sailors and merchants. A Rauma newspaper from 1890 that was found on the layers of wallpaper reported in October that beautiful German laces have now arrived and are being sold by Amanda Roos. With imported lace as their example, burgher ladies started to make their own lace. In the 19th century, lace making was indeed the city's most prestigious craft. Today, almost every Finn knows the lace from Rauma, Rauman pitsi. And the skill has still not been lost in the complicated-looking curves of bobbins, quite the opposite. Rauma lace has eager new lace makers, and even its own celebration week held every summer.
Kuulutus. Kaikil kunniallisil ihmisil tiedoks anneta, että Rauman Pitsvik alkaa tänään. Programmis on monenkaltaista lysti ja mielust mielenylennystä. Olkaan tervetullui. Pitsvik alkaa.
Old Rauma has lived for more than 570 years. Its streets and alleys, the houses and the generations that have lived in them have seen, experienced and sensed the changes of seasons with their colors and scents. Getting to know Old Rauma is like being on a discovery trip. The past has a strong presence and can be sensed. And yet, Old Rauma is a very vibrant, functioning and active neighborhood that appreciates its status as a World Heritage Site and information channel.
Vanha Rauma-yhdistys järjestää myöskin maailmanperintöilloja. Me kerrotaan sieltä sitten, joku on käynyt tutustumassa Vanha Rauma tai tutustumassa maailmanperintöön, niin kerrotaan sieltä sitten näistä tilanteista.
As the Finnish proverb says, you must twist the rod when young. The same is true about World Heritage knowledge. We have now offered you architectural delights, but a few tidbits are yet to offer. Here are some of the most popular local foods. The traditional fisherman's whitefish soup, lapskossi, also known in other foreign port cities, as well as pancake and raisin soup for dessert. Have a nice trip, luonikast reisu, as they would say in Rauma.